Hello everyone. This is Constance Nunn coming with you with a new video. How's everybody doing out there? How you ladies doing out there? My name is Constance Nunn. I'm a domestic violence advocate, and I'm also a relationship coach. And this month, ladies, as we all know, is domestic violence month. The month of October is Domestic Violence Month, and we're going to be talking about domestic violence. This is what this channel is about, and relationships and dating. I was also a victim of domestic violence back in 2003. I want to state that I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm a relationship coach and a domestic violence advocate. I want to shout out to all the beautiful young ladies who's building their businesses and keeping their finances up. I also want to shout out to all the real men that's married. Some of you men out there that's getting ready to get married and stuff like that. And I'm sure you've been victims too of domestic violence. Okay, I want to start out and say, what is domestic violence? It can be defined as a pattern of behavior in any relationship that is used to gain or maintain power or control over an intimate partner. Abuse is physical, sexual, emotional, and economic, or psychological actions or threats of actions that influence another person. That's what domestic violence is defined as. Okay? Again, domestic violence can be defined as a power to control your partner, finances, to tell them what to do with their money, to take their money, okay? To intimidate, threaten, manipulation, or to hurt your partner, okay? I was a victim of domestic violence with my story time. Back in 2003, I didn't know what a narcissist was. I didn't know what really pay attention to different personalities, take jealousy, or none of that serious. He was financial controlling. He was very jealous. Come to find out, after I broke up with him, I found out that he had a mental health problem. See, a lot of that we don't study. We just jump in relationships with people. And I only known them a month, and then I asked them to move in. And that was the biggest mistake I could have made. Ladies, moving a man in that you don't hardly know nothing about can be the biggest mistake that you ever made. You hear me? He would manipulate me. He would hide my keys. And I would think that I lost them within 5 minutes when he really hid them for me to make me think that something was wrong with me. During the time that we had telephone in the homes, before cell phones really came out, he would take tissue and stuff it in the telephone outlets and then plug the telephone in to make me think that I didn't pay the telephone bill. So when I picked the telephone up, it wouldn't have no dial tone. Okay? Manipulation, gaslighting. Okay? The first time he jumped on me was over his family house. I had told him he needed to get on the road and go do his truck driving because he was a truck driver. That's when he assaulted me. His family did pull him off of me. He busted my nose and everything. I had cut up under my eye and had blood on my shirt. Went back to him, listened to his manipulation. I didn't know. He would buy me things, then take them back. Buy me a ring, then take it back. Buy me clothes, and then take them back. Okay? And then threaten me. He would go back and tell all my friends what I had said. If something I said about them, he would go back and tell people stuff that I said. Okay, to try to damage our friendship. Okay? The most damaging part that I went through, and I still have a flashback of this day, is he would, like I say, they gaslight, manipulate. He would make the bed up a certain way. tuck it in on the sides, tuck it in at the foot. When I get ready to go to sleep at night, where I couldn't hardly move, he would get on top of me and put a pillow over my face for a few minutes, then take the pillow back off. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, that is a way for a woman to die. You hear me? Because if a person smother you to death, they can bust every vessel in your head, in your brain. A lady died like that, and it was blood all over the pillow, all over the bed when her mama found her. Her boyfriend had smothered her to death. I knew right then and there that I had to get away from this man. Every time we would argue, he would try to smother me with a cover. He would try to smother me. And finally, neither one of us was working. He quit his job. He never could keep a job. He ended up stealing on his job. They fired him. And then when we broke up, he stole everything from me. He stole everything, took everything. Let's see. He never did try to threaten me or nothing like that. Everything that he bought, he wanted it back. That's what I went through. And I didn't realize that he had a mental problem. Family, instead of them telling you something, they wait at the end to tell you, oh, my brother do have a problem. But I feel like if I would have stayed with him, ladies, he would have smothered me to death. And right to this day, I still have flashbacks of that. But I'm okay. I've been single a year and a half. Now I found out what a narcissist is. The last man I was with, like I said, I've been single a year and a half. He wasn't abusive, but he was, come to find out, yeah, I can say he was abusive, not physically with his hands, but it was like emotional abuse, put downs. He was a narcissist, very jealous. In the background, he would think that another man would be over at my house. He never did want me to accomplish anything, write a book, be on computer, or anything. Everything was hatred toward women. And so we broke up and he went on with his life. And I began to study a narcissist. I began to pull his background check and pull his background record and stuff. And he had about 18, 19 charges. One of them was pimping. He went to prison for being a pimp. I had some idea, and right now, he's with some young girl. I don't know what went on, but someone answered the phone. I'm glad I'm over with this man. Everything is over with because we stayed in separate cities. And he's gone on with his life. I began to find out that he was a narcissist. The first guy in 2003 that abused me, he was a narcissist with a mental health problem. I think he would have been the one to really kill me if I'd have stayed with him, because he had a habit of putting blankets and stuff over my head, and he would put, like I say, that pillow. I couldn't move, y'all. Ladies, I couldn't move. And I couldn't move, and he just had the pillow. If he'd have kept it right there, he'd have killed me. He'd have killed me, ladies. He would have killed me, smothered me to death, and my two boys would be in a room sleeping. But that's it. We will be talking about domestic violence. We will be talking about the merry-go-round, okay? We will be talking about the honeymoon, the stages of domestic violence. And also, I had posted the book on different types of personalities. Remember, I was telling y'all about Joe Navarro. He's an agent. He's an FBI agent. And he talks about the 4 different types of dangerous personalities and stuff. It can include family members, cousins, aunties, or your mama, or things that happen when people murder each other, intimate partner, along with domestic violence. We'll be talking about that. But I wanted to go ahead on and make this video and say to you ladies to be careful. It is Domestic Violence Month, and I will be going on other people's channels to be listening to their stories. Remember, ladies, you are beautiful. You are special. God meant for you be special. God meant for you to have that real man that He wants, what He wants you to have. Okay, God wants you to have that real man to walk down the aisle with. Okay, He wants you to have that real woman, man. He wants you to have that real lady, that real kingdom woman. Okay, and ladies, He wants you to have that real kingdom man. He don't want you to be with an abuser, a person that slaps you, beats you, knock your teeth out, blacken your eyes, does not love you. That's not love. And you don't have to stay with anyone just because you have children by them. You don't have to stay with anyone. And I'm not here to tell anybody what to do with their relationships. You do what you want, ladies. Do what you want. But I'm here to try to prevent domestic violence by giving you these gems and teaching you as an advocate to avoid domestic violence. And right now, my biggest concern is for you ladies to get yourself together, to focus on getting your home, your cars, your money. Focus on having your own business before you meet someone. Just don't meet a man after man after man just because you lonely, okay? Focus on getting your finances together, practicing self-love, fixing yourself up, leveling up. You know, buy you some clothes, fix your hair, your face. Remember that you are beautiful and you deserve the best. The next video, we're going to be talking about the honeymoon. When you meet this man, including the narcissist, including the 4 different types of personalities in this book that Joe Navarro talks about. And if you all get a chance, buy this book, okay? Because it helps me. I'm finished with the whole book, but I bought the audio, but I'm going to go over the book. And he wants you, whoever's in your family with a mental health problem, if you see any kind of symptoms of a person like this on your job or somebody else around you, hey, go back and check. Go back to the list. That's what Joe wants you to do. He wants you to go back to check some of those signs, okay? Especially when you're dating, okay? If you have any questions and answers, I'm sorry, if you have any questions, okay? Email me, Constance Nunn, 1965 at gmail.com, okay? You can catch me on Facebook, all right? You can also listen to me on Anchor FM, sisters. Anchor FM. And remember, you are great. This is October the 3rd. This is Domestic Violence Awareness.